You feel it, don't you? The shift in your body, the heaviness, the strange peace fighting with your anxiety. Listen, this is not random. This is not sickness. This is not punishment. Chosen one, I am speaking directly to you. Life has been pressing you from every side. Friends changed. Doors closed. Energy feels different. Your mind feels louder at night. But heaven is working inside of you in ways you cannot yet understand. Something is awakening in your spirit, and even your body is responding to it. You feel tired of fighting battles you never chose. You feel watched, tested, shaken. But I need you to listen carefully. What is happening to you is not destruction, it is preparation. You are not breaking down. You are being rewritten. God is repositioning something deep inside you. And the enemy cannot understand why you are still standing. Stay here, because what I am about to tell you will change how you see everything. I saw every moment of your rejection. Yes, every closed door, every silent phone, every time you wondered if you were invisible, forgotten, or not good enough. Listen to me closely, because what you called rejection was never me leaving you behind. You thought they walked away because you were not enough. But I was standing there, blocking what was never meant to stay in your life. You cried over relationships that ended suddenly. You questioned your value when people replaced you like you were easy to forget. You kept asking, why me? Why does it always happen to me? And I need you to hear my voice in the middle of your pain. I was protecting your future while you were mourning your past. You didn't see what I saw. You only saw the face of the person who walked away. But I saw their intentions. I saw the hidden wounds they carried. I saw the confusion, the toxicity, the spiritual weight they would have brought into your destiny. So I allowed distance. Not because you were weak, because you were chosen for something greater than emotional survival. There were opportunities that disappeared suddenly. You thought you were unlucky. You thought the world was moving forward without you. But I was redirecting you toward a path you could not yet understand. The road I have for you is not the loudest road. It is not always the most popular road. But it is the road that keeps your spirit alive when the world tries to drain it. You survived rejection because you were not built to belong everywhere. You were built to carry something rare, something heavy, something sacred, and rare things are not placed in every environment. The loneliness you felt was me teaching you how to stand even when nobody is cheering. I was strengthening your identity so that when your destiny opens, you will not collapse under attention, success, or pressure. Because what I am preparing for you is bigger than the rejection you experienced. The people who walked away thought they were walking out of your story. But I was writing a new chapter the moment they left. What you called the end was actually my protection starting a new beginning. So stop calling yourself abandoned. You were never abandoned. You were preserved, guarded, redirected. And now I am bringing you closer to the life you were always meant to live. The world may have rejected you, but heaven was always watching, always preparing, and always planning your return in glory. I see the battles you are fighting. I see the nights when you feel spiritually exhausted, when your mind feels loud, and your heart feels like it is carrying more weight than you were ever meant to carry alone. Listen to me carefully. because these battles are not proof that you are losing. They are proof that something powerful is trying to be born through you. You keep thinking that the pressure is meant to break you, but I am telling you something deeper. Pressure does not always destroy. Sometimes pressure is how destiny is formed. Like a seed buried in darkness, you feel buried right now, covered by doubt, covered by fear, covered by circumstances you did not choose. But underneath that darkness, something is stretching, growing, preparing to break through. You are not fighting meaningless wars. Every attack against your peace is because something inside you threatens darkness itself. You were not attacked because you are weak. You were attacked because your spirit carries influence, purpose, and spiritual authority you do not yet fully see. You have wondered why your life has been so intense compared to others, why your struggles feel deeper, why your emotions feel sharper, why your healing feels like warfare. It is because you are not called to live a comfortable life of spiritual silence. You are being shaped for impact, and impact always attracts resistance. The battles you are facing are like spiritual contractions. Yes, like a mother in labor. The pain is not random, it is purposeful. The discomfort is not punishment, it is progress. Something is trying to enter the world through your life. Something that will help others heal. Something that will speak hope to people who feel exactly like you once felt. You have been asking me to remove the struggle. But sometimes I do not remove the struggle because I am using it to strengthen what I am building inside you. I am building resilience in your spirit. I am building courage in your mind. I am building authority in your voice. The enemy does not fight empty vessels. The more you are pressured, the more you are revealing that something precious is growing inside of you. Every tear you cried was watering something you cannot yet see. Every moment you felt alone was shaping spiritual strength you will later use to help others survive their darkest seasons. Do not give up now. You are closer to breakthrough than you think. The birth is not quiet. The birth is loud. The birth is emotional. The birth is overwhelming. But after birth comes life. After pain comes purpose. After warfare comes victory. So stand firm, chosen one. Because what is being born through you is bigger than what is trying to fight against you. And I am not finished with what I started inside your soul. Not even close. I know how quiet your world has become. I know how you sit in rooms full of people and still feel unseen. I know how your phone stays silent longer than you ever expected. I know how isolation starts to feel like punishment, like abandonment, like you did something wrong to deserve this loneliness. But listen carefully, because I am not punishing you. I am separating you. You thought being alone meant something was broken inside you. But I am telling you something deeper. I did not pull you away from people to make you suffer. I pulled you away to strengthen your spirit in ways noise could never teach you. You see, when you were surrounded by everyone else's voices, you could not hear mine clearly. You were learning opinions. You were learning expectations. You were learning how to perform for people who did not understand your calling. So I gently, sometimes painfully, removed you from the crowd. Not because you were unwanted, because you were being prepared for something sacred. There are conversations you are no longer part of, social circles you drifted away from, friendships that slowly faded, And it hurt, didn't it? You kept replaying memories, wondering what you did wrong. But I was not removing people because you were wrong. I was removing distractions because your destiny requires clarity, focus, and spiritual strength that cannot be formed in constant noise. Isolation is where I teach you how to stand without applause. I am teaching you how to believe in yourself when nobody is validating your journey. Because when your destiny manifests, you will not survive on people's approval. You will survive on spiritual conviction. You have felt spiritual loneliness, the kind where you feel different from others, like your thoughts run deeper, like your emotions feel heavier, like your heart carries wisdom beyond your age. That is not a curse. That is evidence of how I am shaping you for leadership in places where people need guidance, healing, and light. I see the nights when you ask, "Why am I walking this path alone?" And I want you to know this truth. I am not leaving you alone. I am just removing voices that would confuse your assignment. Because what I am preparing you for requires spiritual maturity, emotional strength, and mental clarity. Isolation is where I teach you who you really are. When no one is watching, I am building your character. When no one is clapping, I am strengthening your foundation. When you feel forgotten, I am actually hiding you in preparation for your public breakthrough. You are not being punished by silence. You are being protected from spiritual contamination. You are being trained to stand strong when your destiny becomes visible to the world. Because when I reveal what I am doing in your life, many people will not understand how you survived the seasons of quiet preparation. So stop fearing the loneliness. Because I am not isolating you to destroy you. I am isolating you to make you spiritually unstoppable. And soon, the same silence that shaped you will become the foundation of your greatest victory. I saw what tried to destroy you. I saw the pain that came against your mind, your emotions, your faith, and even your identity. You thought those battles were meant to end you. You thought those attacks meant you were weak, fragile, or unworthy of survival. But I am speaking directly to your spirit right now. What tried to destroy you was actually revealing how strong your spirit really is. You are still here. Think about that. You are still breathing, still standing, still believing even when belief felt heavy in your chest. The things that were meant to break, you only revealed something you could not see in the mirror. You are spiritually stronger than you think. You survived emotional storms that would have drowned someone else. You endured rejection that would have broken someone who did not carry your destiny. You kept walking when your heart was tired, when your mind was overwhelmed, when your soul felt like it was fighting invisible battles at night. And I watched every second of it. You thought the struggle was proof of weakness. But I was using the struggle to test the strength already inside you, like metal placed inside fire, not to destroy it, but to remove impurities and reveal its true value. You did not realize how strong you were, because strength does not always feel powerful. Sometimes strength feels like continuing to show up even when you want to disappear. There were moments when fear whispered that you would not make it, that you would collapse under pressure, that life would overwhelm you permanently. But you kept getting back up, not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, persistently, stubbornly in spirit. And that quiet endurance is spiritual strength most people never develop. The attacks against your peace were not random. The confusion, the stress, the emotional warfare, the moments when everything seemed to happen at once. Those were not signs that you were losing. They were signs that something inside you was resisting spiritual surrender to destruction. You are stronger than the environment that tried to shape you into fear. Stronger than the voices that tried to rewrite your identity. Stronger than the memories that tried to convince you that you were not worthy of victory. Because chosen ones are often tested the hardest before elevation. I allowed you to face certain storms because I needed you to see how powerful your spirit really is. You do not crumble easily. You do not quit spiritually. Even when you feel tired, something inside you keeps fighting. That is not coincidence. That is destiny resilience being formed inside your soul. The world may have tried to label you as broken, but I am calling you resilient. The world may have tried to measure your worth by your struggles, but I am measuring you by your survival. And survival in spiritual warfare is not weakness. It is proof of divine protection and inner power. So stop seeing yourself as someone who barely survived. Start seeing yourself as someone who was designed to overcome. Because what tried to destroy you only proved one thing to the universe. You are stronger than your enemies ever realized. And I am not finished building your strength yet. Not even close. I need you to listen carefully right now. Because what you are feeling is not random. You keep thinking the pressure is getting heavier for no reason. You keep wondering why attacks seem to increase when you are praying harder, believing stronger, trying to heal, trying to move forward. But hear my voice clearly. Spiritual warfare often increases right before a major breakthrough is released into your life. You are not imagining it. The intensity is real. The emotional pressure is real. The spiritual resistance you feel is real. But what you are not seeing is what is happening behind the scenes in your destiny. Something is about to change in your life, and the darkness can feel it before you can. You thought the warfare meant you were losing ground, but I am telling you something deeper. When destiny is about to open, resistance becomes louder. When blessings are about to manifest, confusion tries to invade your thoughts. When elevation is close, everything that wants to keep you stuck begins fighting harder. Have you noticed how your thoughts have been louder lately? How fear tries to visit you at night? How situations suddenly feel chaotic? That is because you are standing on the edge of something spiritual. You are not standing in destruction. You are standing at the doorway of transition. You are like someone standing in the final moments before sunrise, when the night feels darkest just before the light appears. The darkness does not become stronger. It just becomes louder because it knows its time is ending. I know you are tired of fighting battles you did not choose. I know you have prayed for peace, for clarity, for relief from emotional and spiritual warfare. But sometimes I allow the warfare to intensify because I am strengthening your spiritual authority before I release your breakthrough. You cannot carry new levels of destiny with old levels of spiritual strength. The enemy does not attack empty futures. The enemy attacks potential. And you carry potential that you have not yet fully understood. Your life is carrying assignments that will impact more people than you realize. That is why the pressure has been so personal, so targeted, so emotionally exhausting. But listen to me, you are not standing in defeat. You are standing in preparation. Every battle you survived is building testimony inside your spirit. Every tear you cried was preparing emotional strength for what is coming next. Every moment you felt like giving up was actually the moment I was holding you up spiritually without you realizing it. The breakthrough is not far from you. You may not see it yet, but spiritual warfare always increases right before victory is released. It is like the final resistance before a locked door finally opens. So do not retreat now. Do not lose faith now. Do not stop believing now. Because what is coming for you will make the warfare you experienced make sense. And when your breakthrough arrives, you will understand why I allowed you to survive the fight. Because you were never meant to be destroyed by warfare. You were meant to be crowned after it. I need you to hear me in this quiet moment. Because right now, you feel invisible. You feel overlooked. You watch other people move forward, celebrate, grow louder in success, while your life feels like it is moving in silence. And I need you to understand something very deep inside your spirit. You are not forgotten. You are being hidden, and I am preparing your elevation in silence. You think I have turned away because your life is not loud right now. But I am closer to you in this season than you realize. I am working in places people cannot see. I am building foundations inside your character, inside your spirit, inside your emotional strength, because what I am preparing you for cannot survive public attention until you are ready. You have been asking, why is my life so quiet? You have been wondering why opportunities seem delayed, why recognition has not arrived yet, why your story feels like it is in a waiting room while others move ahead. But I am telling you something powerful. I do not always elevate my chosen ones in noise. Sometimes I elevate them in secrecy. Think of a seed buried in the earth. Nobody celebrates the seed while it is underground. Nobody posts about the seed growing in darkness. But underneath that soil, something powerful is happening. Roots are growing deeper. Strength is forming where nobody can see. Because when I finally bring you into the light, you will not collapse under pressure. You are being protected from premature exposure, because public elevation without spiritual maturity can break a person who is not ready. And I love you too much to release you before your spirit is strong enough to carry what I am about to give you. You have felt like people forgot your name, like your talents were overlooked, like your voice was ignored in rooms where you had something important to say. But I was not allowing you to perform for environments that were not worthy of your future version. I am hiding you like something precious, like a treasure being prepared before being revealed. Because when I reveal you, it will not be because of popularity. It will be because of destiny timing. And destiny timing is stronger than human recognition. The silence you are living in is not empty. It is preparation sound. It is spiritual construction. I am building strength in your mind so success does not overwhelm you. I am building humility in your heart so power does not change who you are. I am building resilience in your spirit so elevation does not destroy your purpose. Soon, the same people who overlooked you will watch you walk into the life I prepared for you. And they will not understand how you survived the hidden season. They will only see the glory of what I built inside you when nobody was watching. So do not rush this season. Do not panic because life feels quiet, because I am not forgetting you. I am preparing you, and when I bring you into your elevation, it will be undeniable that you were never lost. You were only hidden. I need you to hear my voice over every other voice that has spoken over your life. Because for too long, you have carried words that were never meant to live inside your spirit. Words spoken in anger, words spoken in misunderstanding, words spoken in jealousy, words spoken in moments when people could not see who I created you to be. But I am telling you something powerful today. Your destiny is louder than the lies spoken over your life. You have heard the lies for years. Maybe someone told you that you were not strong enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough, not stable enough. Maybe someone made you feel like you were always one mistake away from failure. Maybe life itself spoke lies through your circumstances, through your struggles, through your delays. But I need you to imagine something spiritual with me right now. Imagine your destiny is like a voice inside eternity calling your name. And every lie spoken over you is like noise trying to drown that voice out. But destiny does not whisper quietly when it is time to manifest. Destiny speaks with spiritual authority. You thought your story was defined by what people said about you. But I was writing a different story in heaven while those words were being spoken. When they said you would not make it, I was building survival strength inside your spirit. When they said you were too broken, I was creating emotional resilience inside your soul. When they said you would fail, I was preparing a version of you that would prove them wrong through living, breathing victory. The lies tried to settle inside your mind like permanent shadows. They tried to convince you that your past was stronger than your future. They tried to make you believe that your mistakes were bigger than your calling. But destiny is louder than history. You are not who they said you were in your weakest moments. You are who I am still shaping you to become in your strongest moments. There were nights when you replayed painful memories. Nights when voices in your head repeated rejection. Nights when fear spoke louder than faith. And I was there in every one of those moments, strengthening your identity in silence, making sure those lies would not become permanent identities inside your spirit. Because chosen ones are not defined by what was said about them. They are defined by what survives inside them after everything else has tried to leave. Your destiny has a sound. It has a spiritual vibration. It has momentum. And that destiny is beginning to override the noise of your past. The people who spoke against you cannot cancel what I have already designed for your future. You will start seeing signs of your destiny becoming louder. Opportunities that match your calling. People who understand your purpose. Moments where you will realize you were never meant to live inside those old narratives. So stop listening to the lies like they have authority over you. They do not. Your destiny is louder. Your calling is louder. And what I am about to do in your life will make every lie spoken over you disappear in the presence of your future. Because your destiny is already winning, I need you to hear me clearly. Because fear has been whispering lies to you again. You have been worrying that something precious in your life can be taken away. You have been wondering if your calling can be stolen. if your blessings can be delayed forever, if your destiny can be destroyed by people, by circumstances, or by time itself. But I am speaking directly to your spirit right now. What I have assigned to you cannot be stolen, delayed forever, or destroyed. You have watched people move into places you thought you were meant to be. You have seen opportunities pass you by. You have felt like life is moving forward for everyone else while your story seems to be waiting. And in those quiet moments, doubt tried to convince you that maybe you missed your chance. But listen to me. Destiny is not something people can steal from you. What I assign to your life is protected by spiritual authority far stronger than human competition. There are things I placed inside you before you were even aware of your own strength. Gifts you did not fully understand. Wisdom you gained through pain. Emotional intelligence you developed through survival. Spiritual insight formed through suffering. None of that was wasted time. It was preparation. You think delays mean loss, but sometimes I allow timing to slow down because I am protecting you from entering spaces where you are not yet spiritually ready to sustain what I will give you. You cannot carry certain blessings with immature strength. So I strengthen you before I release what belongs to you. No human can permanently block what I have already decided for your destiny. They may try, they may compete, they may misunderstand you, they may even speak against you, but they cannot override my assignment over your life. You have been afraid that your dreams are running out of time, that your purpose is aging with you, that opportunities are disappearing. But I am not limited by human time. I work in destiny time, and destiny time moves according to spiritual readiness, not public pressure. You have survived things that should have destroyed your confidence, your hope, and your purpose. And the fact that you are still believing, still breathing, still trying, still hoping, that is evidence that what I assign to you is still alive inside your spirit. There are blessings that are already connected to your future. People you have not met yet. Doors you have not approached yet. Destinies you have not walked into yet. They cannot disappear because they were never based on human approval. They were based on my promise to your life. So stop fearing that someone can take your place. You do not need to fight for what I have already reserved for you. You do not need to force doors open that I will open at the right time. What I assign to you is protected. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be permanently delayed, and it cannot be destroyed, because I am the one holding your destiny in place. And I have not let go of you yet. Listen, because something is starting to click inside your spirit right now. You are beginning to realize that nothing you went through was random. Nothing was wasted. Not the heartbreak, not the rejection, not the nights you cried until you had no more words left to pray, not the seasons where life felt like it was breaking you instead of building you. Your pain had purpose. I know you did not feel that purpose when you were going through it. When the pressure was heavy, purpose did not feel close. When you were confused, purpose felt like a distant promise. When you were fighting battles you never asked for, you thought you were being punished. But I was actually preparing you. You were not being crushed. You were being constructed. There were versions of you that had to die so stronger versions of you could live. Old fears had to be confronted. Old thinking had to be challenged. Old emotional wounds had to be healed through fire, through tears, through endurance you did not know you possessed. And you survived things that were designed to silence your future voice. You are beginning to see now that every closed door was unseen protection. You were upset when opportunities disappeared, but I was protecting you from environments that would have drained your spirit, confused your identity, or delayed your destiny through wrong connections. I was standing in places you could not see, blocking paths you were disappointed about, redirecting your life even when you thought you were lost. Because I do not just protect your present, I protect your future story. Your pain was not punishment. It was spiritual training. Those lonely seasons were not abandonment. They were preparation for emotional and spiritual strength. Because what I am calling you to walk into will require stability when chaos surrounds you. It will require peace when pressure increases. It will require identity that cannot be shaken by public opinion or personal fear. And now something is beginning to activate inside you. You can feel it, can't you? That shift in your thinking. That quiet confidence growing where fear used to live. That voice inside saying, I am stronger than I thought I was. That is destiny awakening. You are not just surviving anymore. You are transitioning from survival to assignment, from pain to purpose, from struggle to authority, from hidden preparation to visible destiny activation. The things you cried over are becoming testimony fuel. The battles you survived are becoming strength stories you will one day use to help others survive. Because chosen ones do not just escape pain, they transform it into purpose. And right now, something is rising inside you. Not pride, not arrogance, but holy confidence, spiritual authority, quiet victory. Your pain was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to activate who you were always meant to become. And I am not finished with what I am building inside your destiny. Not even close. Listen closely, because the truth is starting to burn inside your spirit. All the pain, all the heartbreak, all the nights you felt crushed and alone, they were never meaningless. They were never mistakes. Every tear, every rejection, every moment that felt like the world was closing in on you was actually preparing you. You begin to see it now, don't you? That your suffering was a forge. That your pain was shaping you into someone unshakable. That what felt like defeat was actually unseen protection, shielding you from what would have derailed your destiny. I was standing where you could not see me, closing doors that would have destroyed your purpose, redirecting you to paths that would ignite your calling. You thought you were alone. You were never alone. You were being hidden, guarded, strengthened. Feel it rising within you. The realization that your struggles were activation points. Your trials were not delays. They were preparation. Your hardships were the soil for your breakthrough. You are no longer just surviving. You are awakening. Your pain is becoming power. Your past is becoming purpose. And your destiny is beginning to roar.